Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So this video, I guess you could say, is actually about Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. And yes, I have two copies, kind of on accident, but it works out fun because I have one that I'm gonna keep sealed. And then I have this one here that is, I opened and I've already been playing on it because how could I do a review without playing the game? And I'm going to preface this all by saying I did not play the demo when it was released because I wanted to just experience the game and everything immediately when I popped it into the system, did the huge download for it, and just right away, I didn't want to be spoiled by anything else. So I didn't watch any reviews and nothing. And same thing for Dragon Quest VII. So, but I got this game, opened it up, and I will say that I have been pleasantly surprised. Now, first of all, this is obviously a remake. The original was released January 31st in Japan for the PlayStation, and then we got it here in America in September of that same year. Now, if you're like me, when this first came out, you're like, 7, what happened? Because we had 1, 2, and 3, which weren't. 1 was, but what our 2 was Final Fantasy 4, and our 3 was Final Fantasy 6. 2, 3, and 5 never released in the US. It was in Japan. So that's why everyone was confused when all of a sudden it just went to 7. But when this game first released on the PlayStation, I remember it, and we saw those graphics. We're like, wow, we just couldn't believe, or maybe other people could. I was like enthralled with how the game looked, and even with the 3D graphics that they had, which by today's standards, with the big blocks and where their muscles make them look like they're like Popeye arms and stuff like this. But that at the time, that was spectacular. And then we have coming into this, continuing on with everything. And so just starting off with the game, there's 4 difficulty settings that you can choose from. There's the easy, classic, easy, normal, classic, and normal. So obviously the easy and the normals are just the basics, but the classics is bringing it more back towards the original, so you don't have to worry about trying whenever it is to attack and to dodge. Your character just automatically does it. All you have to worry about is just inputting commands and stuff like that. So, and then it also actually has in this game a streamlined progression tab, which you can enable all this stuff to be able to do, like your character stays at max health, stays at max MP, like 2 times and 3 times like XP, so you can just level super fast and don't have to worry about anything. Obviously, I mean, that's not what I'm doing right now, because I just want to be able to experience the game just like normal and on normal, just how it was intended. Maybe if I do a second playthrough and I just want to experience the story again, I could do that. But hey, if you choose to do that, you can do it. Just if you just want to experience the story, don't really care about the gameplay, maybe you've got this on another system and you're just experiencing it on the Switch. So, and that is quite all right too. Now, going on, talking about like for the graphics for this game, it is spectacular. That opening trailer movie, or not even the trailer, but just the opening movie when you're first starting the game, and it's going through the city of Midgar and everything else. My wife was sitting next to me. She's like, "Is this the game?" I was like, "Yeah, this is the game." She's like, "This looks like a movie." I was like, "Yeah." I mean, it was absolutely just mind-blowing, the graphics in this game. And I'm sure that probably like another systems like the PlayStation 4 and 5 and all this, maybe they have games that are like that. I've not experienced that. I've only played like I said, on the Switch, and now the Switch 2, and the graphics and what the capabilities of what the Switch 2 is able to just bring to life there on the screen is absolutely, like, I can't even put it into words. And where are they going to go from here? I mean, what else is there besides like VR stuff, I guess? But just how to explain this, it runs completely smooth. I will say that I have not noticed any hiccups, regardless of whatever it is that is going on, like on the screen. No matter how many people are involved or what else it is that's going on in the background, it's just smooth gameplay, no hiccups at all. And the gameplay from when you're just running, controlling your character, and it goes into like a little mini cutscene of something that's going to be happening where your character is going to be interacting like with like an NPC or anything like that. It just transitions very seamlessly. It's where 1 second you're controlling, and then the very next second you're not, and it's just automatically going on, and your characters are talking back and forth and moving in a very fluid, and just like, I'm trying to think of the actual word. It's like normal, like if you were actually looking to see how the person would move. It's not fluid. I can't think of the word off of the top of my head. I'm sure it'll come to me after I finish recording, like what it's called. But just it is just spectacular. And like even when you're equipping like your different weapons, how they have materia slots in it, like for Cloud's sword. Initially, the Buster Sword, it's got 2 slots, so it has 2 holes in it. And as you fill in the materia, the holes will fill in. And like the new one that I actually have, it's got 3, so it has 3 holes for 3 different set materia. And as you change the materia out for like different colors, they will change on the weapon. So as you're running around, you can see the 3 different color, or the 3 different materia that are there slotted inside your weapon. And I'm just gonna say that is spectacular to me, and how every single weapon changes, and they've just got like their own unique design, and everything about them is just texturalized and everything. Like the grip, how it's got the texture for you to be gripping onto it, and you can see like the wrapping on the hilt. And if you actually look really close onto like his shoulder armor, you can see how they're kind of like screws, so you can see all the different spiraling in there, and then how the paint's been chipped, like the wear and tear on his even on the sword. You can look and see kind of like the wear and tear if you rotate your camera just right. And his hair looks spectacular, because usually that's like one of the hardest things for people to, when they're putting in the graphics for what to do for the thing, the hair just always throws people off. It just doesn't look quite right. But I will say the hair looks spectacular, and everything about this just really phenomenal, like A+ quality as far as for the graphics. Now, going through the story, as far as for the exploration, if you actually want to have like a full map to see everywhere that you've been, because the map fills out as you are exploring different areas, kind of like just a section at a time. Just push your minus key and it pulls it up, and on the map it'll actually show like areas that are there that you've seen, where it's for shops. So here's the item store, here's the weapons store. This is like for different side quests. You can actually look in there, you can see where there are ladders for you to climb. for whenever it is that you're trying to explore. And also, it shows you like the indicator for where your main quest line is. If you just don't care about side quests or anything else like this for exploring, how to just keep progressing the story. And also, when you're running around, I found this out a little too late because it was annoying me at the very beginning for a while. If you push the ZL button, it'll toggle from having just like this little line and then whatever it is that you're kind of tracking, just kind of showing up along on this line. So you have to kind of rotate around it so that you're facing where it is, and it tells you like a distance of meters, how far it is to that destination. If you actually push the ZL button, it'll pull up in the very top right hand corner for a mini map, so you can actually see things a lot better for when you're running around. And I will say this: I love me a mini map. They are spectacular, and just having like the full map thing is great for getting your bearings for actually exploring. And you are encouraged to explore because there are like chests hidden around. Like if you just look around, you climb up a ladder and you can go around for a corner up on top of one of these buildings, and you'll see like a little capsule there that you can go through to get some potions, some ether things. And then there's crates that you can smash that can actually replenish your magic points, or you find various items to be able to help you. And I will say this, that the city, and as you're exploring around, it feels very lived in, because you have people standing around and they're talking. So as you get closer to them, the noise and the cacophony of all just the talking of everyone, it gets louder. And then as you get away, obviously it gets softer, so you can't really hear it. And also does the same because there's certain areas where they've got like music playing, like through like a radio or something like that. And that ebbs and flows as you get closer to try to pinpoint where that is. And I don't know how else to explain it. It's just really great. And so moving on from exploration goes into combat. This is not like the original Final Fantasy VII, which used a what was it? It's an active battle system like they used to have. So you had like your action bar and it would just go through and fill up, and then once it filled up, it was your turn to act. You had one, and so did your enemies. So it wasn't quite turn-based, but because as you got more speed, your bar would fill up a lot quicker. But that does utilize this, but it's more action-based. So you are actually tapping on the Y button to attack, and you have separate modes that you can do. You can toggle between just like a regular mode, and then it's more of a powered up mode. But you sacrifice by getting more power, your character moves more slowly. It makes it harder to dodge. So you can position yourself on the battlefield as you're trying to fight enemies to like kind of go around them to hit for like certain weak spots. Like if a character has a shield, you have to go around the shield to be able to hit them. And you can dodge, or when they're trying to swing at you, you can actually, besides dodging, you can actually block and counterattack. And so there's a bit of strategy involved in the gameplay for it, but it does use the active, I can't remember, active time battle bar. I know it's ATB, but most people probably don't know what ATB stands for. Like, I didn't really know what it stood for. I knew it, but I didn't know what the actual wording for it was. So as each combat goes through for the battles, this fills up, and once it's full, that's when you can actually use like your abilities, your spells, or your items for healing or attack items. So it still has the limit break like from the original, but it's kind of slow to fill up. Out of all the combat that I've only had it fill up once, and that was like the very first boss, because I haven't really experienced any other bosses yet. And so I got to use the limit break once. I'm hoping I come across some more to be able to utilize some of the other characters as well, to see them. So, and then for every battle, you're actually getting ability points, which go into your materia. So your materia, as you are leveling and fighting, your materia levels up, and as it levels, it'll allow you to cast stronger spells. And from there, you're also getting, as you level, getting skill points, which you can in turn put inside of your weapons, which will upgrade your weapons to give them a varying, they have different abilities. Like one will have it where it increases your defense, or one will give you like more attack power, better your more hit points and stuff. So as you just get a new weapon, not necessarily better, because if you've been using this weapon, you've been upgrading it, it could be just better for you at present, until you can get more skill points to level up that other weapon. And then moving on to the music of this. Now, the music is spectacular. Final Fantasy has been known for its music forever, and just the uniqueness and how iconic it all is. And so the actual original composer for Final Fantasy VII makes a reappearance, and he does the main theme for here, which is Hollow, and that was by Nobuo Uematsu. And the majority of the rest of the compositions were and the arrangements were done by Masashi Hamauzo and Misuto Suzuki. And just from all of the music that I've heard so far, it's great. Obviously, I haven't progressed super far into the story, but I am really looking forward to where it goes, and just everything about this game is just spectacular, and a fitting tribute, a very fitting remake of like a classic. I mean, Final Fantasy VII is like the game that everyone goes to and pinpoints as like a very pivotal game in the series. And just, I'm going to say this, that if you were on the fence about getting this, don't be. Get off that fence. Go out and buy it. It's $40, which is amazing. And yes, I understand people don't like the game key card function, but it's like, I want to say, yeah, it's 90 gigabytes, which the cartridges are only 64. So you couldn't fit this on the cartridge if you wanted to, unless they were going to be doing like for the CDs, how we used to get multiple CDs, or they're going to do multiple cartridges inside. That would actually be something I guess they could do, but do you realize how expensive that would be? I mean, I think the cartridges like are $20 each. So just having the two cartridges would cover just the price of the game for the game keycard, and the fact that it includes a booster pack for the Magic the Gathering, which are like $8. So you're actually paying $32 for the game itself, and then getting a booster pack. So, but I'm just gonna say that it is an amazing game. I am thoroughly looking forward to playing through, beating this, and as of recording, we have a partner showcase tomorrow. I'm really kind of hoping that they are actually going to do for a release date for Rebirth for the Switch 2. I think that would be amazing. And just, I'm not going to do a video about the partner showcase and all the rumors and everything else like this. I've been thinking about it, but it wasn't just something I thought that all of y'all would be interested in, because the news ones don't really, actually the past few videos haven't been doing too well for me. But with all that said, great game. Go out and buy it, especially if you're a Final Fantasy fan. Thank you very much for watching this video. I know it ran a little bit long, a little bit wordy, But I am just super excited about this game. I hope it gets conveyed to all of you how special this game is. And so, that out of the way, another one in the books. Thank you all so much for everything. I hope you have a good day, good night. God bless you all. I'll see you all next time.